the organization, and the goal of speech number 8, which is visual aids. So as far as your presentation goes, you're a poster child for what good body language looks like and what good confidence looks like. So I have absolutely nothing to contribute besides wonderful, great, and we're all learning from you how to present yourself in such a beautiful, confident way. So thank you for that. Organization. Good thing about it was very, very clear. Your roadmap was very clear to me. You had an opening. You wanted to tell us about 3 components of traveling, which was being outside of your comfort zone, learning new things, and establishing new relationships. So when a speaker has a clear organization such as this, which is simple and classic, to me it's very helpful. I kind of go by, by logic. So I loved it. However, with your opening, I felt like you were a little bit off. You started by asking us how many countries we traveled, and you kind of saw that we traveled, generally we traveled a lot. So you spent about 40 seconds, maybe a minute on that piece, but it didn't really go with the rest of your speech. It wasn't as relevant. So you wanted to establish the fact that we traveled. We are a group that is well traveled, and it could be simply done by saying, who here likes to travel? Or who traveled to more than 10 countries, or something like that. So you could have gotten this information quicker and moved towards the body of your speech, in a more efficient way. So I thought that was something that we could have skipped that part. But then, of course, very smoothly you flipped your whiteboard, and then you showed us the map, and that was actually a nice, even though it wasn't as relevant, but it was actually a nice thing for us to see that the traveling bug is something that a lot of people had before us, right, and probably will have after us. And so you described a couple of travelers, and I was thinking, you said, why do they do this? And I love that sentence. You said they have a fire in their bellies for adventure. And you phrased it beautifully. You said, that's what it is, because there is no logical explanation to why would we go from here to here for no apparent reason. So I love that phrase that you used. So if I would be doing this speech, I would just shorten my opening, kind of bring up the travelers and their need for adventure, just to kind of bring the point to open it up, and then go into the body of your speech as you did, and then your closing was beautiful. I thought it was powerful, it was interesting. I loved how you phrased it. You said, if you are bitten by the travel bug, which I am, just like you, so I just thought it's really good. So that's as far as organization goes. As far as using visual aids, which is project number 8, I think we're a little challenged in this room to use visual aids efficiently. We don't have a lot of equipment that supports it. I'm personally horrified, and I'm trying to not get to project number 8 as long as I can for that reason. So for you to try to incorporate as many visual aids as you possibly could was fantastic. Some worked, and some worked a little bit less, which I will tell you more in a minute. But so you started with that whiteboard side, which worked well in terms of visual aid side of it, not as much in terms of what we're accomplishing. Then you flipped it smoothly to the other side, and you showed us the map. I really enjoyed it. I thought that was clever, and it was a smooth transition to that side. So you conveyed a point with that, and then you used your laptop. And I know that if you would have had a better choice of how to do it in this room, you would have, but since we don't have anything like, overhead transparency or PowerPoint or anything like this, you had no choice. But I thought that almost it would be better if you could just have somehow a picture, a physical picture to show us, because your pictures were fantastic. I mean, it's not every day that we see a picture of dude with an anaconda hanging off his neck, or a little Bengal tiger, as a pet. So that was really amazing pictures, and it was very hard to see. I was sitting in the second row, and not only was it small, but also the reflection, the glare. I couldn't see the pictures, and I really wanted to see these pictures. So you probably will have to show all of us the pictures again, because we're fascinated by them. But that technical side of that did not work very well. So with this being said, I think that given the circumstances of this room, you did a fantastic job. There was a variety of things you incorporated, and they were very relevant to your speech. It was a fantastic speech, very interesting. Your experiences are amazing, and thank you so much for sharing it with us.